Hello, 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 and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So, what's eating you? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope this video finds you in great mental health. I hope everything is going well for you and life is giving you everything that you deserve. Ooh, yo. I'm back in Mucus's build. Not his building. I'll get to that. I'm back in his business. Anyway, I'm a reaction channel, and I do reactions on pretty much whatever I feel like doing a reaction on. And for several years, I have done commentary and reactions on Atlanta street interviews. But my focus has never been on the folks that are on the channel that are talking about their struggles with addiction and their childhood traumas and all of the things that Mucus tries to get out of them while he gives his 8-minute interview. And so the focus was quickly turned on to Mucus. I refer to Marcus, the content creator of the channel, as Mucus and the homeless Humper, in which I use those terms interchangeably. So anywho, I started focusing on Mucus when some things were revealed to the sector. The sector is called the street sector. I know that it's been renamed several times, but I'll refer to it as the street sector. And so, and if you want to hear about all of the shady shit that Marcus has been up to over the last couple of years, just go down into my playlist. It's labeled Atlanta Street Interviews, and I will take you on a ride of everything that this man has been up to. But y'all, we're going to put all of that to the side because you're going to have to do your own. You're going to have to go look. You're going to have to go figure that out. But right now I wasn't doing, I ain't really been in his business like that. But a few times I've been on live and subscribers was like, yo, do you know what Marcus is up to? You should see Marcus, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what is he, what? So I know it was a lot of focus on a couple of the cast members on his channel. And so I wasn't really like interested in their backstories or whatever. But then I became interested when they told me that Marcus done started a whole porno production company illegally or legally. I don't know. We're going to get into that. But so my point of this video is I've said to Marcus, and other content creators have said to Marcus, subscribers have said to Marcus, Marcus, you are getting yourself deeper and deeper into dog shit. And of course, because he is a sexual deviant, in my opinion, this is all my opinion, in my opinion, because he is such a sexual deviant, he literally cannot help himself. Although there's been warnings and different situations that we probably don't even know about that he's gotten himself into, all because of his sexual deviance. In the last video I dropped, when I did go into his live, he had a young lady that he met on the street and had her cleaning his home in booty shorts and kitten heels. Now, I will tell you a little history of why that is a fetish for him. There have been other young ladies, a particular young lady, who told us that when she was in his house, he met her on the street, and that when she was in his house, he wanted her to dress up like a little Barbie doll, giving like child fetish type shit. And so that is when we knew that he had some sexual fetish stuff going on. Allegedly, this is what the young lady reported. Then she went missing, and then that was the end of that. But when I saw the kitten heels, and when I saw him make reference to it, and as he was, he could barely contain himself as he was even doing the live stream. I mean, he has no boundaries, no morals, no values. And I want to say this to a few of the men. I'm assuming the men that have come into my comment section and said Marcus is not doing anything wrong because the women were prostitutes anyway. And to them, I said, I understand why you said that because you're probably one of those men who solicit and buy pussy. And so, of course, to you, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. But for me, as a mental health provider, I'm here to tell you that most women, majority who are in that lifestyle actually hate you. And so it's purely for the money. It's no pleasure. Okay? But you get your little pleasure off. So, that's really all that matters to you, you sexual deviant. That's why for Marcus, it's cool. Like, oh my God, like, why are you bothering Marcus? So now let's talk about Marcus and his dad's briefcase website. Now, I want to unpack why would he refer to a pornography site and use dad in the title? What reference of that doesn't even make sense when you're talking about pornography. So somebody in the chat, you can explain to me why this weirdo is using the title Dad's Briefcase. It's probably some part of some fetish that he has. That's why I call him a sexual deviant, because oftentimes certain fetishes are abnormal sexuality in the scheme of sexuality. And it's when we talk about sexuality, two consenting adults, right? We know that. The problem is that this little homeless Humper is soliciting prostitutes that are already working on the street, homeless women, and taking advantage of that. And so, according to Georgia law, which we're going to look at in a minute, is Marcus committing a crime? One, he's filming because he's such a dummy. He's telling everybody what's going on, because he thinks it's perfectly fine. Because in his mental status, in his brain, there's nothing wrong with this. Although people are saying there's a lot wrong with this. I'm like sending out warnings, and this dummy can't see it. And so he's soliciting prostitutes or women and men who are homeless and working on the street, bringing them to a hotel. By the way, subscribers are calling that hotel back to back and reporting him, bringing them there and doing pornography. Is pornography illegal in Georgia? Let's read the law together. In Georgia, you do not need a specific state-level pornography license, but you must comply with the strict regulations, including record keeping for performer age verification and local, municipal, and county filming permits. Creating, distributing, and possessing child sexual abuse material is illegal, and producing material with anyone under 18 is illegal. Key compliance areas in Georgia include federal compliance. You must maintain records, including valid IDs for all performers, proving that they are over 18. You must get permits. You just can't show up in any hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, tell everybody to get naked. You pull your camera out, Humper, and get the filming. No, honey, you need permits. That means you have to pay for them. If you know Marcus, you know he's a cheap bastard. And so that's why he probably hasn't gotten any permits. Which is why when the people find out where you're filming, if that information is leaked, we will be sending the police over to the hotel so that they can ask you to pull your permits, ask you for IDs of everyone performing, including you. Okay? And then you need a consent and legal issues. There's lots of legalities in this. Adult entertainment permits. Who's distributing the film, the videos once they're out there? You need to consent to all of that. You may need to get an adult entertainment permit from local law enforcement. So you need to call, that's what we'll be calling the people, Atlanta Police Department, because what you're doing is wrong. Someone else left in my comment section regarding soliciting prostitutes to do this kind of work and homeless people. So that's another violation that is on the law and on the books in Georgia. So in conclusion, mucus, what you're doing is immoral, illegal, possibly, if you don't have permits, you don't have ID, you don't have any of the things that you need. What you're doing is illegal and you will be reported. But that's all I got for this video. Comment down below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.